Stop scrolling. What you're about to hear will completely change the way people perceive you. If you've ever wondered why some men, especially older men, seem to command every room, attract attention effortlessly, and leave a lasting impression, the answer isn't what you think. It's not about expensive cars, flashy clothes, or trying to look young. It's something far deeper, something almost nobody talks about. This is about presence, confidence, energy, and subtle influence. It's about a man who doesn't have to chase validation because he naturally commands respect, a man whose age becomes his advantage, not a limitation. By the end of this video, you'll discover the secrets that make a man unforgettable, the kind of presence that stops conversations mid-sentence, the subtle power that makes people listen, respect, and remember him long after he leaves the room. Most men spend their lives chasing approval, worrying about looks, or trying to fit in. You're about to step into a different league. Age, experience, and self-mastery will become your tools of influence. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will shift the way the world sees you and the way you see yourself. Many men believe that looking good is enough to command attention. They think that hitting the gym, wearing designer clothes, or having the perfect haircut will automatically make people notice them. That's a surface-level illusion. While appearance can open doors, it does not create lasting influence or respect. What truly makes a man memorable is presence, the subtle energy he carries, the way he holds himself, and the quiet confidence he exudes. Presence cannot be bought, copied, or forced. It comes from alignment, your posture, energy, and inner state all sending the same message. When a man is aligned, people sense it instantly. He doesn't need to speak loudly or perform. His very existence communicates authority, confidence, and calm control. Looking good is temporary. Presence is permanent. It is the invisible aura that draws people in, commands respect, and leaves a lasting impression. Men who focus solely on their appearance may attract attention briefly, but without presence, they fade into the background. To become unforgettable, you must understand that true power comes from who you are inside, not just what you look like. Appearance is secondary, presence is primary. Presence is the single most powerful quality a man can develop. It's not about how much money you make, the clothes you wear, or the car you drive. Presence is the energy you carry, the confidence you radiate, and the way you occupy space without demanding attention. It is the invisible force that makes people notice you the moment you enter a room, even before you speak. The foundation of presence begins with posture. Most men unconsciously make themselves smaller. They slouch, fold their shoulders, or shrink away from attention. Standing tall, with shoulders relaxed and chest open, communicates confidence and authority without saying a word. Upright posture even influences your hormones, boosting confidence and projecting dominance naturally. Equally important is energy. Energy is more than physical vitality. It's a reflection of your mental state and emotional control. A man who is calm, composed, and unshakable radiates power. People are instinctively drawn to him because he communicates stability, security, and self-respect. Conversely, men who let anxiety, insecurity, or constant need for approval leak into their presence are almost invisible, no matter how attractive they may appear externally. Presence is also about subtle behavior. The way you sit, the control of your gaze, the calm movement of your hands, and the ease of your breathing all communicate strength. Even in stillness, a man with true presence commands attention and respect. Finally, presence is a reflection of inner alignment. Anxiety, doubt, or scattered focus will always betray you, while self-awareness, discipline, and a clear sense of purpose amplify it. Mastering presence is about cultivating calm authority, grounded confidence, and an authentic connection between who you are and how the world perceives you. Most men fear aging. They see the passing years as a countdown toward invisibility, as if the world stops noticing them once youth fades. But here's the truth. Age is not a limitation. It is one of the most powerful advantages you can have. Experience, resilience, and self-assurance create a magnetic presence that youth simply cannot replicate. A man who has lived, faced challenges, and learned from mistakes carries a quiet confidence that commands attention without effort. Lines on the face, silver in the hair, and the stories written into scars are not signs of decline. They are signals of strength, wisdom, and endurance. This is the essence of magnetic maturity. Maturity allows you to stand apart. Young men often chase attention, perform, or seek validation. An older man, secure in his identity, draws respect naturally without trying to impress. His calm, measured energy and thoughtful actions create influence effortlessly. Embracing age is not passive acceptance, it's a mindset. Stop pretending to be younger, stop chasing trends, and stop fearing what others think. Confidence grows when you own your years and demonstrate authenticity. Influence comes when you let experience guide your actions and decisions. In a world obsessed with youth, maturity becomes your superpower. It is quiet, subtle, and profound. When combined with presence, style, and mental mastery, age transforms from a perceived weakness into an invisible force that commands respect, admiration, and attention wherever you go. Grooming and style are not superficial or optional. They are extensions of presence, self-respect, and authority. Many men believe that confidence and experience alone are enough. The truth is that subtle details in appearance amplify everything else: presence, energy, and maturity. Grooming is the foundation. It's more than brushing your teeth or combing your hair. Consistency matters. Hair should look intentional, skin healthy and cared for, and a subtle signature scent can leave a lasting impression without demanding attention. These small choices communicate discipline and self-respect, and people notice subconsciously. Style is equally important. It is not about following trends, but making deliberate choices that reflect who you are. Well-fitted clothing, polished shoes, and minimal accessories communicate sophistication and mastery. Even simple outfits, when chosen intentionally, convey authority and refinement. Effortless style signals that you understand yourself and respect the world around you. The psychological impact of grooming and style is profound. Humans respond instinctively to order, balance, and intentionality. When a man's appearance aligns with his presence and energy, his confidence becomes palpable. People are drawn to him, listen to him, and respect him without needing explanation. Ultimately, grooming and style are psychological tools, not vanity. They enhance your image, amplify your presence, and create an aura of authority that makes you memorable. They are the silent markers of a man who is intentional, disciplined, and magnetic. True mastery goes beyond appearance, presence, and age. It begins in the mind. Mental clarity, discipline, and the way you manage yourself create an invisible magnetism that draws people in naturally. A sharp mind signals competence, stability, and confidence, qualities that are universally respected. The first principle is scarcity. Scarcity is not about being rude or aloof. It's about value and intentionality. A man who is always available, constantly seeking approval, or overextending himself becomes invisible. Conversely, a man who is selective with his time and energy becomes rare, respected, and sought after. Scarcity amplifies perception. People notice what is limited, deliberate, and intentional. The second principle is influence. Influence is not manipulation. It is the ability to guide perception, earn respect, and inspire action without force. A man with a sharp mind and measured presence naturally influences those around him because people trust his judgment, respect his composure, and seek alignment with his values. Influence grows when your actions are deliberate, consistent, and authentic. When mind, scarcity, and influence work together, they create a magnetic authority that cannot be ignored. Conversations carry weight, your presence is felt even in silence, and opportunities appear naturally. People don't just notice you, they seek your input, value your attention, and remember your presence long after you leave. This is the invisible power that separates men who are remembered from men who are forgotten. It is subtle, profound, and cultivated over time through self-awareness, discipline, and intentional action. Mastering your mind is the cornerstone of becoming unforgettable, and it magnifies everything else: your presence, style, energy, and maturity. Presence, style, and mental mastery are amplified by a strong foundation of physical and mental health. Your body and mind are instruments of influence. Maintaining them ensures your energy, focus, and confidence remain at their peak. Fitness is not about competing with youth. It's about maintaining vitality, strength, and agility. Regular exercise enhances posture, energy, and mood while demonstrating discipline and self-respect. Sleep and recovery are equally essential. Quality sleep improves cognitive function, emotional stability, and physical appearance. A well-rested man radiates calm confidence, while fatigue or stress undermines presence and influence. Nutrition fuels both body and mind. Balanced meals, hydration, and mindful eating habits optimize energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. When you treat your body as a priority, it signals that you value yourself and your life. Lifestyle habits also affect energy and aura. A man who moves through the world with vitality and focus naturally draws attention and respect. Conversely, neglecting health diminishes presence, regardless of grooming, style, or age. In short, investing in fitness, sleep, and nutrition is not vanity. It is strategic self-mastery. It enhances every other aspect of your magnetism, from posture and energy to mental clarity, influence, and authority. Influence in social situations is not about speaking the loudest or dominating the conversation. It is about intentional action, deliberate communication, and strategic presence. The most magnetic men are those who speak with precision, listen actively, and project calm authority. A man who has mastered social influence understands that words carry weight. He speaks only when necessary, ensuring that every statement is deliberate and impactful. By listening more than he talks, he signals respect, intelligence, and confidence. People naturally gravitate toward those whose energy is measured and focused. Scarcity enhances social influence. By being selective with your attention, you create value and demand. People instinctively seek the input of someone who is not easily available. This does not require games or manipulation. It comes from authenticity and self-respect. Influence also stems from mental clarity and experience. A man who understands people, emotions, and motivations can navigate interactions with ease. He engages meaningfully, responds thoughtfully, and leaves a lasting impression. Ultimately, social influence is an extension of presence, maturity, and self-mastery. When mind, energy, and intentionality align, you do not have to force respect or attention. It flows naturally. You become a man people notice, remember, and want to be around, not because of superficial traits, but because your character, discipline, and aura create invisible authority.